All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Appreciate y'all being on. Another another big week, obviously, in our league, and um, two games to go. We've got 16 that we've played, and coming off of really, just our kids played so well Saturday. I don't think, unless you were there, you could really have an appreciation for how well we played. I think we had maybe 11 turnovers, but um, the execution offensively shot 62%. Didn't get a shoot around that morning. I mean, we played at 11 Central Time, 12 Eastern, but 11 Central body wise. And we were there less than 18 hours before we played. I think we landed at 5:30. We went straight to dinner. We went and shot in the arena for like 40 minutes that night on a full stomach and just trying to get comfortable in there, knowing that we wouldn't have a shoot around. But like we've been doing here in the last month, our focus on game day is really good right now. And got there 2 hours prior to tip. Kids got on the floor. They're really intentional, really focused. They're getting game shots up. Our managers, as y'all saw, I think on social media, did a great job putting the court down in the ballroom, and we had a good walkthrough after breakfast with a little bit of film. And then, we went and packed our bags and went straight to the arena. So, I mean, you get them up at 7:30, eat breakfast at 8, you go walk through stuff 8:30 and film till 9. You'd send them to their room at 9:50. We were loading the bus to get to the arena and go in there and play that well. Had a 23-4 second quarter. I think we forced them into 10 turnovers in that quarter, if I'm not mistaken, but took 7 charges. I mean, that's probably the most I've seen us locked in defensively in a long time. Um, Guarded what I think is one of the top 3 or 4 guards in our league, held her to 4 for 20. Shay had the primary responsibility, but she would tell you, we had a lot of people paying attention when she had the ball and did a great job on her. And so just really played well. And so proud of our kids for being able to go in there and do that. We had 2 good practices, though, leading up to that, to be honest with you, after Wednesday night. Again, not taking anything from Texas Tech. I thought they were really special and played really well. I thought Coach Gerlich did a great job getting her kids ready, shorthanded coming in. But our kids were really good and really intentional, after that. So um, another big week. I think yesterday, kids came in, got treatment, and had a good day off. But I think everybody knows what's coming down the pipe Wednesday night, and we've got to go in there and play. Got to play well and play against a really good Oklahoma team that's playing as well as we are, and they'll be at home. I'm sure they'll have a great crowd, and but hey, I'm excited to take my team in there. I've got a lot of confidence in my team. Again, I love our focus. I love our intentionality right now. It's been really good on the road all year, and I don't expect anything different on Wednesday night. So,
Thanks, Coach. Danny, go ahead.
Vic, over the last month, you have mentioned that a lot, that your players have been pretty intentional in getting out to the court to shoot ahead of games, all that stuff. And I'm kind of wondering, who is that kind of on? Because, the players who were kind of leading the charge this summer, Sarah and Rory, are both hurt. So I assume they're not dragging everyone out there. So who's kind of leading the charge? Who's kind of showing leadership in that area?
well, it started when we went to Baylor, and it started because Madison had missed 4 or 5 days of practice leading up to being cleared that day. And so her and Gisela were the first ones out, and we just kind of built it from there, to be honest with you. And so now they're still the first 2 out. And then Shay and Shaylee aren't far behind. We can't have everybody out there at the same time, but Shay and Shaylee are next, and it just kind of goes from there. So that's kind of where it all came from. When this all happened, we kind of got in a position where we realized, this is where we are and this is what we got to do. We got to do things a little bit better, and our margin of error is very small. I think I can't tell you exactly when we changed up some things, but we did. We changed up a couple different things within our program to help our kids and for us as coaches to realize, hey, our margin of error is very small. We have to do our part to make sure that we give them every opportunity to be successful. That's the job of a coach. And so I think whether it's watching film at breakfast, going over the scouting report with them versus letting them do it as we've done in the past, getting out 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes before tip to get extra shots, game shots, whatever we need to do as coaches. This goes back to when Rory got hurt. It could have gone one of two ways. Again, I told y'all, Mike Wacker goes down, it went to hell in a handbasket. These kids have risen to the occasion, and you have to admire and respect them. You guys, where they are today, I mean, these kids deserve so much respect and admiration for what they've done, and they're not done. But nobody thought they'd be where they are today. None of y'all did. And then, to expect, well, because of last year, what happened? I mean, we were into some of the same circumstances last year. We lost our leading scorer with 14 games to go. And, we come back, we hang on to a top 4 seed, but we get beat in the second round. But still, that group won a Big 12 championship. They hosted the NCAA tournament. I mean, I've been through all this with y'all. So that group really achieved a lot under some really adverse conditions itself. And then this team this year, we've had 40 starters, 40 games missed by starters this year. But this team has really rallied and found a way. And what's happened in my eyes, because I see it every day, is everybody has upped their game. They've risen to the occasion. To think that they have to do something more than what they've already done to validate them or validate their season, or that's crazy, y'all. This team has really achieved. And again, they're not done, but nobody thought they'd be where they are today. None of y'all did. And I think you can't put well, they got to do this or they need to do that on this team with everything they've been through. Look, it's the last game of the regular season. Whether you're healthy 100% and have been all year, or you're where we are today, we're still in the hunt for a Big 12 championship. That's quite remarkable, y'all. You have to give them their props, because these kids deserve so much. Again, they have my complete respect and admiration. Do I want more for them? Absolutely. Am I demanding? Absolutely. We don't apologize for that around here. But I also realize, I see it every day. I realize what they've accomplished to date. And again, I just love them. I just have so much love, respect, and admiration for them, because I know it ain't easy. People have no idea. They have no idea what these kids have gone through, what they do daily, the demands that they have as a student athlete here at Texas. And for them to be where they are is really quite remarkable.
Noah?
Afternoon, Coach. You didn't hide anything about how you felt last time Texas faced Oklahoma. What do you learn about your team this second time around, and what does this meeting mean to you and this program?
Well, we didn't play well. I mean, I've watched the film last night and I've watched it again this morning. it doesn't change, right? It's the same things I saw last night, I saw today. I need to stop watching it, I think. But at the end of the day, we didn't play well. We didn't have any juice. We didn't guard. We just didn't play well. And again, not taking anything from Oklahoma, they played really well. They scored 91 points. But we've got to play better. We've got to do things better. When you play a team like Oklahoma that's so well coached and got great players, they can all shoot it. And kids that play really hard. Like I watched their team, and it's not hard to really appreciate that team because of how hard they play. They have great chemistry. So everything that they're doing, you've got to match it. You've got to be on the floor after all the 50-50 balls, because they are. You've got to be intentional defensively, because if you let them do what they want to do, you're in trouble. And here's the one thing you're going to do. You're going to lose the horse game. If you let them stand there and shoot open threes, you're going to lose the horse game. So whatever you have to do to keep them from getting to have that look, you've got to do it. And again, there's certain things that we've got to do way better defensively, way better. And then offensively, we've got to execute. I mean, I don't know. Danny probably knows. I think we lead the league offensively. Do we, Danny?
I have to look it up. Don't know off the top of my head.
I mean, I think we're top. If we're not one, we're two, or 1, 2, or 3. So, I mean, we got to be good offensively, but we've got to be way more intentional defensively, and keep them from doing the things that they got us to do the first time. I mean, they had us running around like chickens with our head cut off. We can't get in that deal. We've got to really be good, fundamentally sound, because that's how good they are. And when they get you unraveled and they get you out of position, it's a train wreck. And they're going to make you pay every time.
Kirk?
Yeah, Vic, how mad were you when they gave up 91 and you lost at home to Oklahoma? I heard you had a 5 a.m. practice the next day. Is that true?
I wasn't mad. I was, disappointed, I think, more than anything. But we got up the next morning. We were in the gym at 5:15. They were going to let me have them at 5. The rules say you got to give them 8 hours, and 5 a.m. would have been 8 hours. So I gave them the 15-minute cushion, and we were in here at 5:15, and we watched film, and then we went to the floor, and then we came back that afternoon. And again, it's just not okay. We played so listless, so unemotional, so I don't know. We just didn't play well. Didn't play hard, and so again, for me, it's just disappointment knowing that that's just not who we are, and it's not okay to play that way. Y'all, like, it's not okay. Like, there's nothing at Texas that is done that way. Nothing. So it's not okay for us as a program affiliated with Texas to do that. And they needed to know that. And they got the message. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not going to get you up. I'm mad. I'm disappointed, but there's also a lesson to learn in that, y'all. It's not okay. We don't do that around here. And so, I don't know. I don't think we've lost since that game, have we?
Nope.
So, I mean, I think our kids understood it. I've talked to them about it since then. They go, "Okay, coach, we didn't like it, but we needed it." Amen. That came out of Aaliyah Moore's mouth. We didn't like it, but we needed it. And so, it's all part of it. I haven't done that very often in my career. Maybe that was the second time. And then I can remember, I did it once at Mississippi State, and I've done it once here.
And a follow-up, here's a softball for you. Todd had a great game, but 10 assists, no turnovers against you on it. So who's the better point guard in the Big 12, Madison Booker or Todd?
Well, I think they're different in a lot of ways, and again, Todd played really well that night. Really engineered her team, ran her team and her program. I'm not trading Madison Booker for anybody. Madison Booker, in my eyes, is a first-team All-American. She not only runs our team, she handles our team. She's an assist player, but she also leads our team in scoring. She can go get you 10 rebounds if she needs to. So, you know, in my mind, Madison Booker is the best. And again, I think complete respect for Todd, because Nevaeh is really good for them, and she does what their coach and their team needs her to do. And so, but in the same breath, Madison Booker does what we need her to do here at Texas. And the thing is, as I've said this all year long, we gave Madison Booker a 3-day crash course on doing what she's doing right now, and she's one of the best players in the country by far. She got a 3-day crash course on it, and so again, I'm not trading her for anybody. She's, in my mind, the best in the country by far.
Thanks.
Danny?
First off, you do lead the conference in scoring and shooting. Jenny kind of joked after the postseason, after the first game, that as an Oklahoma coach, she wasn't really allowed to say this, but she has a lot of respect for this Texas program and you as a coach. I'm kind of wondering, from your perspective, what do you think of her as a coach? I know you have a relationship with her back to the Drake days and what she's been able to do at Oklahoma.
Feelings mutual, Danny. I have tons of respect and admiration for her. She's a hell of a coach. She's got a hell of a team. They are really good. All those kids, they play so dang hard. And again, I have tons of respect and admiration for them as well. You know, we're supposed to have this rivalry between our two schools, and we do, but between her and I mean, we're very we're very much, I think you could say, we're friends. It's not like we're talking on the phone every day, every week, or every month, but you know, the feeling is mutual for her. You know, I watch her teams and I marvel at the chemistry, the unselfishness, the way they play. You know, there's times I want to take clips of them and show our team, hey, this is what an extra pass will get you. You know, if you want to find a team in the country that makes that extra pass, that celebrates the extra pass, I mean, her team is that team. So I would say the feeling is absolutely mutual. And again, a lot of respect and admiration for the job she's done there, and this team that she's got this year. I mean, they've got a 1-game lead right now in our league with 2 to go. And they've got us at home coming in on Wednesday night. So we're going to have to go in there and play well.
And I know it was a couple of years ago, but was it tough to convince Aaliyah to come out of Oklahoma's backyard and come to Austin? Or what do you remember about her recruitment?
You know, she was committed to the previous staff. I got the job. You know, had to get back on the phone and get on the phone actually and visit with her and her mom and grandma. But you know, Aaliyah loves Texas. And you know, I don't remember how long it was, but you know, I made sure she was a big priority, her and Rory. You know, when we got the job, to make sure we got those kids here. And you know, she loves Texas, and obviously has made a huge impact here. So that's about what I remember about the recruiting process with her, was that she was committed to the previous staff, and then we got the job, and then it was them getting to know me and us. And I think once we got on the phone with them a couple of times, they were able to feel comfortable with her continuing her you know, her decision to come to Texas.
Anything else for Coach? Noah, one more.
Yeah, sorry. I got one more late one, Jeremy. Coach, I know this is not your big focus in the slightest, but to see your team up to number 3 today, I mean, you've talked about, you know, they just keep doing it. What does that mean to you to see where they are now, highest ranking of the season, despite all they've gone through?
Yeah, I just again, it's so difficult to do it with a healthy team. And to know that this group's done it with 40 games missed by starters, you know, with Deanna, Madison missed one, Taylor missed several games, Deanna's missed several games, Rory's now missed, you know, 17 games. It's really just, it's quite remarkable. And I could not be more proud of this group to see where they are today. And, you know, it's I'm proud of, you know, I sent a message this morning. I'm proud of our organization. I'm proud of our program because I think everybody has, you know, embraced where we are at certain times of the year. And we've embraced just focusing one day at a time. Okay, who's available today? What do we have today? Who we playing today? What's our rotation today? You know, it takes so many people, but then again, you have to admire these kids, man. You know, Cincinnati game, I think Deanna was out Cincinnati game and Madison was out. And so, you know, Shaylee's got to run the point, play 40 minutes, run our team. I think Jacqueline played 15 plus minutes. You know, you have so many people step up throughout the course of the season. And again, staff, incredible. Coaches have done an unbelievable job, and just it just takes everybody, takes a village. And but again, that's hard to do, Noah, with a healthy group, right? Be number 3 in the country. And so, but as I sent out a message this morning to our team, thought for the day, we've got to continue to have an edge. We've got to keep an edge, and just live one day at a time, and next game up. So that's our focus. We'll worry about where the rankings are at the end of the year, but right now, just living every day and understanding you're going to live in that neighborhood. There's a way you got to live. You know, there's a way you got to train. There's a way you eat, you sleep, you hydrate, you prepare, all that. And, you know, this isn't necessarily new for me and my staff, but for these kids, you know, they're doing it, and you can't help but be proud for them and really happy for them. I know they're excited, and I don't think I might have to worry about getting their attention today in practice. I think they're going to come in with a pretty keen focus. They know we didn't play well last time we played Oklahoma, and they understand what's at stake. And I'm really, you know, I'm excited to take them on the road. This has been a good group. So appreciate everybody today. Thank y'all so much for your coverage. It's a special group, y'all. I don't know how many teams have rolled through Austin lately and had to play and deal with the things this group has had to deal with. And this is a really special group of kids. And we should all learn something from them and take note and enjoy them, because they are really, really special. Last thing I'll close with is, you know, not getting ahead of ourselves, but it is senior night on Saturday night, and we've got our 10,000 for 10,000 going right now, and really appreciate CDC matching our 10,000 that we're going to put up to get 10,000 in the arena. But we'll talk more about it on Thursday. But appreciate everybody on today. Y'all have a great day. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.
All right, Aaliyah, how many people you got coming on Wednesday? And I know you missed last year, so how excited are you to kind of get to play in a game this significant in front of your people?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's always a great opportunity to go home and play in front of my family and friends. I've already asked my teammates, please send me all your tickets for OU. But I'm excited. I have a good amount of family coming and then a lot of my old friends from high school. So it's always fun.
And when you were in high school, I forget when exactly you committed, but saying you're going to Texas and Oklahoma is literally in your backyard. What was that like? Did you wear burnt orange around school? I mean, what was that like when you committed to the Longhorns?
I mean, I definitely was asked a lot of whys. A lot of people were wondering why I chose Texas. At the end of the day, I had to go where I felt best and where I was happy, and it just so happened to be Texas. But it definitely was a lot of comments made.
No.
Uh, Aaliyah, just your thoughts on, I know it's not your focus, but number three in the country is, as Coach was saying, incredible regardless, but to be there with all you've done, your thoughts on just that accomplishment so far.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of my team. All I can say is it has not been easy. It's taken a lot of hard work. Not everyone's in the gym every day that we're practicing, but we work really hard every single day. We compete. Like that's probably one of the best things about this team. We have so many great players that every practice is competitive. Every drill we do, we're trying to beat our teammate so we can be the best we can be. So I'm just really proud of my team. I'm excited. I'm ready just to keep playing with them. I believe it's us against everyone, and I wouldn't pick any other team.
And then Coach mentioned, I think it was you that said after the OU game, we didn't like it, but we needed it. What does can you kind of describe that and what you've learned from that game?
Yeah, I think, sometimes you need to get your butt kicked to realize that you need to kick it in gear, and that everyone is out for you. And I think that, like I said, that game for us was kind of an eye opener about things that we need to work on. We did not play good team defense at all. And I think that our last game versus UCF, we played pretty well on the defensive end and some games before that. So I just think, you learn and all you can do is get better. At the end of the day, you'll lose, you'll win. But I think for us, if we can grow from our losses, then we're improving every day.
Aaliyah, was it just the defense in that first OU game that you, looking back, I'd have an issue with, or was there other thing that stood out that you kind of feel factored in that loss?
I'm sure there are probably a million other things, but just for us, because we are such a defensive minded team, and that's kind of what gets our offense going, and it wins a lot of games for us right now. I think that's what stood out the most, just because it was very, very blatant and obvious that we were not playing together. And so I think for us, there probably were we missed layups, so many other things that we could have done to change the outcome of the game. But just we know if we lock down on defense, we have a chance to win.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no way that anyone's keeping you off the court on Wednesday, but how are you feeling with the tendonitis, and how have you kind of dealt with the tendonitis, the ankle coming back from last season? How have you kind of dealt with all that stuff physically and mentally this year?
I know I'm always telling myself it's just always something, when it's one thing, it's another. But at the end of the day, I believe God gives it to us because He knows we can handle it. Just like the team, we lose, we bounce back. So I'm excited for Wednesday. I'm gonna prepare and practice. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Vic's made a point of talking about how Madison and G are kind of the first ones out there getting shots now, and obviously she's running the point. From your perspective, how much maturity has she shown, and how much leadership has she shown as a freshman who is on a team with a lot of vets and a lot of older players?
Yeah, I'm always really proud of Maddie. I'm probably really hard on her, and I'm always on her butt, especially when she turns the ball over. But I'm super proud of her. I mean, no one else on the team wants to do the job that she has, and so for her to step up as a freshman, it's pretty big. And then for her to know that we have confidence in her, I try to make sure she knows that every day. Like, we need you scoring. In order for us to win, I tell her, we need you to shoot the ball. If you miss it, you miss it. The way that I rebound, Deanna rebounds, Amina rebounds, somebody's probably going to get it, but we need you to shoot the ball. So just super proud of her and just trying to instill that confidence in her to keep shooting because we need that in order to win.
So last one for me. Is your mom gonna bring some food for the team, or have the team over for a post game meal or anything this week?
I'm gonna try and tell Coach once we get around the area. I know, like, Coach, my house is about 10 minutes away from here. We might as well just stop by. But no, if anything, my grandma's the cook, so it'd be her. But I don't know if we'll have time.
Aaliyah, I think after the Baylor game was the most notable one. I remember when you said it's personal, and then I think it was a game after that when you said it as well to the fans after there was a great crowd. It seems like this game, as much as any, could feel personal. Does it feel like that from your perspective?
I mean, like I said, every game is personal. Every game matters, and we need to win every game to reach our goals. This game just so happens to be where I'm from, so it's just it's always fun to go back home. I'm just excited though. I think the most important thing is that we need to play well. I think we need to finish out these last few games really well, so we have a chance to be on top in our conference and have good seeding. But I'm just, it's always fun going home.
All right, I gotta know what's Grandma's best dish. What is the best thing that Grandma makes?
So Grandma's a really good cook. Grandma's mom owned a restaurant back in the day, so it's like in Grandma's blood to be a really good cook. But my favorite dish, she makes two. So neck bones. I don't know. I'm sure you heard of them. Neck bones is one of my top favorites that she can make. My grandma can really season food. Second would be her Alfredo chicken. Yeah, homemade. It's really good.
Well, I'm gonna be on press row. Tell her to bring some on by. I won't turn it down.
I got you. I'll let her know.
Anything else, guys?